everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer and today is going to be a top 5 obsessions video using Chantecaille. So this has been the toughest one so far. I've done Dior, no, I haven't done Dior. This is the next on my list. I've done Tom Ford, Chanel, Sisley, and by Terry. And those were tough, they were tough. But this was almost impossible. So I have more than 5 products, but let's just get into it and I'll show you how I've kind of cheated. First, let me pull my hair back. Today it is 90 some odd degrees here in Massachusetts, which where you live might be like, you know, totally normal. That is not normal for beginning of June in Massachusetts. In fact, we might break heat records. There's a heat emergency going on in Boston. And so my hair is enormous because when there's like this much humidity in the air, unless I put in like a silkening treatment or something, it's just, you know, and I just, you know, I was like, what is the point of doing that? Because I was like, I'm talking to all you guys. I don't need to put silkening treatments in my hair. All right, so I'm gonna use the Radiance Elixir by Chantikai. This is not included in one of my 5 because Aileen told me that if it's a skincare product, then it doesn't count. So I'm using this instead of my Guerlain watery oil. So this is what I'm gonna use as my primer. So it's not included in the makeup products. That was the first way I cheated. That was, you know, I mean, I just couldn't. I tried so hard. Nope, can't do it. Okay, so second is the Future Skin Cushion Foundation. Now, this foundation I have in 2 shades. I have it in Aura and Alabaster. Alabaster, I just have the compact replacement because Eileen, Eileen was kind enough to switch with me, and so I gave her Aura and she gave me Alabaster. And I like the Alabaster a little bit better, to be honest. This foundation is a cushion foundation if you haven't seen it before. And it's an unusual foundation. It acts like, when you're putting it on your skin, it acts almost like a powder. And what I found is what I do now is I go in and I just put it all over my face, and at first I feel like I probably don't have enough, but then I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, I have enough on my face. So it's really important, in my opinion, with this foundation, not to go in too heavy-handed at first, because what happens is when you first put it on your face, you kind of feel, or at least I do, like, oh, well, I didn't get enough coverage, I need to put more on. But give it a minute, because if you give it a minute, it actually looks just fine. So I was using like far too much of the foundation. I needed a lot less. If I just like gave it a second and just went in lightly, you know, and just gave it a moment to sink in. Now, I am gonna put on a little bit of powder today because it's 90 degrees and humid, even in the house. In New England, our houses were built in general to keep in heat because most of the time it's cooler. It's not really built for heat. Like, so if you go to like Houston or New Orleans, or I'm sure out in like Vegas and stuff, you know, the houses were built for extreme heat. The air conditioning units, the way the ceilings are built, all those things are to dispense heat. In New England, the houses are kind of built to keep in heat. So it's not, my house is really very new. It's 3 years old. So it's not like the air conditioning units and the house isn't cool. It is, but it doesn't, you know, it's still, you can still feel the humidity inside your house. It's really an interesting thing. And when I lived in places that were hotter, that wasn't necessarily the case depending on how the build was done. So I'm sure you can build. I'm sure I could fix it if I wanted to, but it's just not like the focus is kind of what I mean. So I am gonna put on a little bit of powder. It's not included in my 5, so I'm not gonna go through it, but I will say it is a Chantikai powder because my whole face is gonna be Chantikai, and I will have it in the description box. Okay, I'm sure you were shocked when I said that I actually needed some powder and there was some humidity. I think the reason, and I don't really need the powder, but I think the reason my skin feels a little more dewy is that I've gone back to doing hot yoga, which I'm very happy about. And I'll be back in the studio soon, probably next week, but I've started doing it home. My studio has on demand, and I've been going back and doing it in my house because I'm going back to the studio to take classes again, probably next week, like I said. And so I wanted to prep a little before because it's been a while since I've been back, and I realize how out of practice I am. But when I do hot yoga, I have much better circulation. I feel a million times better. And actually my skin looks better too. And part of it is because I drink a lot of water, but also it's just blood flow. My skin actually looks better, and I actually feel like I have more moisture in my skin. I know, it's weird, but anyway. So yeah, so I actually need a little bit of powder in the summer. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Okay, so that, the first product, like I said, was the Future Skin cushion. I think you can see what I mean. Like the coverage is perfect. It's light, it doesn't move. When I wore it under a mask, it didn't come off. It's great in the summer because it doesn't, you know, you don't get it everywhere. It's not sweaty and gross. It's a light coverage, but it has this like miraculous, I don't know, smoothing. It takes down the redness. It's a really great foundation, and I really, really enjoy it. And I think I'm gonna wear it a lot in the summer. The Future Skin gel, I love that too. It's actually very soothing and works really well in the summer as well. So those two are great. Okay, so foundation is on. Next, I'm gonna do blush. I'm gonna use, and I'm really enjoying this, my top 5 obsessions, the Flower Power Cheek Shade. This is the new one with the cute little flowers on it. And yeah, I'm really liking the shade. It's very light. You know, it's like a pink, creamy color. And it has a little bit of a, not shimmer. I wouldn't say shimmer. It's more like a little bit of, it's just got a little bit of a glow, I guess, to it. I'm not really describing it well, but anyway, on me, again, I'm very pale, but on me, I think it looks really great for the summer because I don't really like a lot of makeup in the summer. In fact, this is probably more makeup than I usually use during the summer months if I'm running around. KZ03 Cheek and Highlighter Brush. Yeah, I was in Maine for vacation, and you know, I honestly wore my Say Slip Tint, and that was about it. Now, I was in the middle of the woods, so I mean, and then I was at like the pool, and then I was at the beach. So, you know, I'm not one of those people who wears makeup to the beach. I do wear SPF, obviously, but I don't wear makeup. So, you know, for me, if I'm like off doing things in the summer, I'm just not wearing makeup. I wear usually the slip tint or the Perricone MD tinted moisturizer. I usually try to do my brows. I don't know why. But then I'll put on like a lip gloss or something, and that's like about it. So this blush is just perfect because it gives me a little bit of something, and it gives me that glow, but it just doesn't feel like makeup. I know that sounds odd for someone who's got a makeup channel, but I think this is also why I don't really love the summer collections generally as much from a lot of brands, because I don't wear a lot of makeup in the summer. I don't do well in heat. Like, I don't. Above 85 degrees, I tend to get heat stroke. I've passed out a couple of times in my life. So I don't do well at all. So when I get hot, I get very, like my brain just shuts down and I don't function well. So I don't really, you know, I'm not really thinking about how I look or my makeup or anything. So that's why I think I'm more drawn to like fall and winter collections, because I wear a lot more makeup in the fall and the winter than I do in the summer. So for the summer, Chantikai really calls out to me because I just think it's a generally light makeup look anyway. And Westman Atelier is also like that. I just feel like it's, you know, simple, easy, like one step kind of makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna put on bronzer. Again, this is Chantikai bronzer, but it's not part of my, it's not part of my 5, so It'll be in the description box. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can bronzer not be in your top 5 in summer? I know it sounds crazy, but I actually wear less bronzer in the summer than I do in the fall and the spring. I don't know what it is. Again, I think it's just because when temperatures start to rise, I just stop functioning. Like I'm like, nope, can't handle it, can't deal with it. So I just wear as little makeup as possible. I do as little as possible. Like I don't do my hair is in a bun. I wear a t-shirt and shorts. Like I just try to get through the summer. Unless I'm at the beach. If I'm and I don't even like hot beaches. Like I like Cape Cod, I like Maine, I like the Pacific Northwest. I do not like tropical beaches. Just not my thing. I know, people think I'm nuts. I get it. All right, so we've done the Future Skin Cushion. We've done the Flower Power Cheek Shade as the 2 of my obsessions. The 3rd obsession is the Chantecaille Luminescent Eye Shades. Now, this is kind of the next cheat because there's 2 of them, but it's the same product. So I kind of felt like, you know, if it was an eye palette, it would be 1. So I was like, oh, I think that's fair. So the shades that I chose, and I think are just amazing for summer. They're all amazing for summer, but these are like my favorites right now. I've been wearing a lot of the Crane and the Zebra. The Zebra is, I think there's a description on here. Hold on a second. A rose gold, and then the Zebra is a Smoky Burgundy. So if you haven't seen these before, I've got them upside down, but if you haven't seen them before, that's what the covers look like. And I will open them up and show them to you, and then I will swatch them. I have like 10 of these Luminescent Eye Shades. They are probably my favorite single shadow, even more than the Dior, maybe more than, I mean, I have to say, like, they're really beautiful shades. They just go on easily, and they have a beautiful shimmer to them, and I don't know, they're gorgeous. So the Zebra is the lighter pinky gold shade, and then the Crane is the Smoky Burgundy. So the brush I'm going to use today is the Chantikai brush. It is the Shade and Sweep brush. If you haven't ever picked this up, it's a great brush. It has been cleaned. Well, half my brushes are clean. Yeah, I have pictures. I'll have to post them. I actually like cleaned all my brushes. My husband came into the bathroom. He's like, "Why are all these brushes out on the lip of your bathtub?" I was like, they had to be washed. He's like, oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is, this is, like I said, this is the Smoky Burgundy. And what I've been doing is just putting this on first when I want something like a little more dramatic. I'll be honest, when I'm just like, when I was up in Maine and we went out to dinner, it was like a nice place for dinner, I just put on the Zebra and some mascara. I was like, that's all you get. You know, but it was cooler, so I was just like, I can handle this. Yeah, I have some pictures of me on the beach, and actually I'm in a sweatshirt because the week that I decided to take vacation, we got an unusual, I think unprecedented cold spell here in New England. I know other places had it as well, and it was like a high of 50 degrees. And then like some days were a little warmer than that. They were, you know, in the 60s and 70s, but we did hit like one day that it was literally 47, which, you know, for the end of May, I've never, I mean, that was a surprise. I was like, oh, okay, I did not see that coming. So when we went to the beach, I did wear a sweatshirt. But you know what? I was fine with that because, like I said, I don't like heat. So I was like, that's fine. Although I will admit this week that it's, you know, 95 on, I forget which day it's going to be 95. I wish I was at the ocean. So then we're going to take the pink shade. I know everyone again is like, you're wearing pink. The thing about this pink though, it's like a pinky gold. It's got it's really a unique shade. It's not pink. I mean, it is pink, but it's more than that. It's the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. And the two together, I just think it's stunning. Like, I've just been reaching for this combination a lot. So I'm gonna bring you in so you can see it. Yeah, I'll post the pictures of Maine in a little bit, but you'll see me on the beach. I have this huge oversized sweatshirt on, which is just funny because like shorts and like a sweatshirt. But I'm so happy to be there. It's just, anyway, so that is the third obsession. And I absolutely love the Luminescent Eye Shades. Like I said, they're all beautiful. All the shades are great. You know, just pick the shades that you like. Honestly, I have all of them. I will get all of them as they're released. Just gorgeous. All right, so I'm gonna put on some eyeliner. It's not part of my top 5, so, but it will be in the description box, and of course it's Chantikai, and I'll be right back. Okay, eyeliners on. Chantikai eyeliners, the only eyeliners I could say that I like more than Chantikai, and I'm not even sure that I like them more, are the Chanel waterproof liners. It would be so hard for me to pick between those two. But I will say that the Chantikai liners are either one or two. I do love them. And all the shades are beautiful. So the name of the shade will be in the description box, but they're all gorgeous. So next, you had to know I was going to include the mascara. This is the Chantecaille Faux Sills mascara. This is the longest lash mascara. This is the expensive one. They're both expensive, but this is the more expensive one. It's like $70 or $80. And people have been for years saying, well, not years, but for quite a long time, they're like, I would never pay that for a mascara. And I understand. If you don't want to pay that for a mascara, I totally get it. I'm not, certainly not forcing anyone into buying anything they feel uncomfortable with. But it really is an exceptional mascara. It's not just a mascara, it really does help my lashes. My lashes are dry and they can be brittle. And as I get older, I feel like I'm losing, I don't know if I'm losing lashes or I'm losing volume. I can't really tell anymore. And I thought about doing like Latisse or something like that, which I might do. But you know, as a stopgap measure, this helps. It conditions them, it keeps them healthy, it helps them grow. When they break or fall out, I feel like this helps bring them back faster. So I would never be without this mascara. I don't wear a ton of mascara in the summer, again, along with the whole, you know, in the summer I don't wear as much makeup. I do wear, you know, a lighter coat of mascara, because oftentimes I'm not wearing any makeup. So like a lot of times I'll just go out with, like I said before, like my tinted moisturizer, a little bit of mascara, a little bit of lip product, and that's kind of it. So the Chantikai one is on it's a very popular mascara for me. It's on heavy rotation in the summer. So okay, so let's just go really quickly. We've got the Future Skin Cushion Foundation in Alabaster, the Flower Power Cheek Shade, we've got the Luminescent Eye Shades, and then of course we've got the Longest Lash Mascara. So next is going to be Ellipse. Let me let my hair down, take you back out a little bit, and I'll show you the shade that I chose. As you can see, my hair is enormous. I'm gonna try to flatten it out a little bit. I took it out of the headband and I was just like, okay, and then I was like, oh. It just makes me laugh. I don't know if anyone else finds it funny, but to me, it's huge. Okay. It makes me laugh every time. Oh, you should have seen it when I was young. Maybe I have a picture, I'll post it somewhere. Maybe even in this if I can find it. And I got a perm. Now you gotta have to remember, my hair is naturally like wavy. It's not super curly. It's not like Jen's from Just Go Firefly, but it's between Jen's and like it's not straight. You've seen it. It's like, it's wavy, somewhat curly, and I can almost make it curly if I use enough product and really work at it with a diffuser. But I got it like permed, and I think it was like a spiral perm because that was like the thing in the late 80s. And the hair, it's enormous, like just insane. Just absolutely insane. I gotta find that picture now because you guys will crack up. Okay, so what lip product did I choose to round out my top 5. I picked a Lip Chic. This is High Sop. This was the most recent collection. I love this shade. I just think this is a beautiful shade. It does have more of that like purpley pink shade that, you know, I know, again, surprising that I chose it. But for this look, I just think it's perfect. And I've been loving it ever since it got warm. I mean, I loved it before, but during the summer, I think it's just gonna be like a go-to. Isn't that perfect? I love this shade. I just think it's so pretty. I think I should buy another one because I feel like I'm gonna like go through it and then they're gonna discontinue it and I'm gonna be very upset. Anyway, I didn't use a liner with it. In the summer, I tend not to do that. Again, less makeup, you know. I tend to like carry this around and just throw it on my face. But you know, you do it whatever you like. A liner's gonna make it stay on longer. You won't have to worry, you know, bleeding. This will bleed because this is just a very light, glossy product. If you have lips that bleed, I do. I'm older, so you know, lines. But I don't have terrible bleeding, but I do have some. So if you want it to stay on longer and you know, you're more worried about that, yeah, definitely do a liner. Chantikai has amazing liners as well. So you know, there's a couple natural, nude. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of good ones. I would recommend them all. The formula is really good for their liners. They stay on really well. But this is my top 5 obsessions for Chantecaille. Like I said, it was the hardest one I've ever done. I've only done 5 now, but still. Chantecaille is, you know, I hesitate from ever saying like what's my favorite brand because I have so many, there's so many great brands and there's so many products from different brands that I really do enjoy and love. But Chantikai has a special place in my heart. I really find myself reaching for their products a lot. So, you know, I just think they're really good. I love the people at Chantikai. And hopefully I'll be doing a special video event, something, coming up soon. I'll have more details when I have them. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I love the brand. I love everything they do. I love who they are. You know, I really love all their things. And I know they're coming out with some new things. I'm excited about that. And you know, I have to say, like the blush, when I first saw this flower blush, this cheek shade, I was kind of like, you know, because I love the like the bee and the butterfly, the cheek shades. They're gorgeous, and I have all of them now, and I love them. So I was kind of like, do I really need this? You know, whatever, because I have those. I really find myself reaching for this, and I can't tell you exactly why, but I think it's the luminescence in the shade. There's something about it that I actually think looks really good on me, and I really like it. Like, I just enjoy it. It wears really well on me too. So, yeah, I just think it's a good product. The mascara I've been talking about forever. Again, I stand by that. It's a great product. The Future Skin foundation is really good. It's a very unusual foundation, but I really enjoy it and love it. And the Luminescent Eye Shades are amazing. Just amazing. So, yeah. I'm just like, I know I'm like just rambling, but I love all the Chantikai products. And I just feel like when I use them, I don't know what it is, but for me, like I really feel really good when I use them. Like I always feel like I look pulled together and elegant and just kind of pretty. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I just always feel nice when I use their products. They always just work for me. So, you know, who can ask more than that? I can't. So anyway, those are my top 5. Thanks so much for, and a little bit of cheating, but thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.